guys, it's Gina, and today I'm going to do a review of the BISSELL CrossWave Floor and Carpet Cleaner. So if you want to see that, then keep watching. It's a wet-dry vac, so it vacuums and washes at the same time, which is super convenient, and that's why I bought it, because I wanted to save time. It's also a multi-floor cleaner. It's going to do your sealed wood, laminate, tile, and it says it'll do area rugs, but I don't see why it won't do a big rug either. It's just that you're going to have to use a lot more solution. The brushes are made out of microfiber and nylon. When I first got this, it was white and blue, and now it's brown and blue because it's really well used. This is the multi-purpose brush. You can get a brush for just the hardwood or just the rug, but I just use the multi-purpose brush all the time instead of switching brushes. So let's take a look at the machine. It has two buttons right here, and one is for a hard floor and one is for a rug. Now there's another little button underneath here, and this is what makes the solution come out. But it will suck the whole time. So I usually do one pass with the solution going and then another pass with just drying. So you can definitely use this dry only, but if you have pets in the homes, this filter right here, you're going to want to clean it out more often. It gets clogged with the fur, and then it kind of like, it almost seems like the machine wants to overheat. I don't know, it makes me nervous anyway, so I clean it out just so I don't mess up the machine. The machine has two tanks, one for dirty water in the front and one for the clean water in the back. So it's going to keep your clean and your dirty water separate. So this is where your cleaning solution is going to go, and I make my own, and I'll probably make another video and show you how I do that. The dirty tank holds about 14 or so ounces, and the clean tank holds about 28 ounces of liquid. So if you fill up the cleaning tank all the way, it should do about 700 feet, depending on how much solution you're going to use. It's going to make a louder noise when the tank is full, and then you're going to have to empty it then. And I'll show you how it cleans in just a second. The cord is about 25 feet. It does have a swivel head. So because of the design of the head, it doesn't actually go all the way to the wall, and you're going to miss about an inch. So let me show you how it cleans. Now if you just want to vacuum dry, you're going to hit the hardwood floor button or the rug button, and then you'll just, start vacuuming. I got some dirt from around the house. You can always find that here. We're never short of dirt. And I just put it in a pile over here, and I'll show you how it sucks it up. I pull it back, and then I'm going to hit the hardwood floor button. It's going to be kind of loud. So you can see it has no problem at all sucking up all different kinds of dirt. It actually has sucked up whole pencils before. It will suck up a lot of things. Now if that happens, it'll make a really crazy noise, and you want to turn it off right away, and then you can flip open the window and pull it out. This time I'm going to be pushing the rug button. The difference between the two buttons, one of them shoots out more solution and water when you push it. And I'm guessing that would be the rug one, but I'm not positive about that. but I know that it's a difference in the amount of solution. So we don't have any regular carpets in our house or rugs, we just have small area rugs. And what I've found with them is that even when I use a regular vacuum, they don't really stay in place very well. So it usually works better for me to drag the vacuum instead of push it. And otherwise the suction is so powerful that it just kind of sticks to the rug and then it kind of bunches up and it doesn't move around. And that's not really helpful. Okay, so I got a super dirty area rug and I'm going to show you how it works on that. So anyway, I'm going to push the rug button. Okay, I'm going to switch it out to the rug brush and then it should work a little better. Okay, so I'm going to actually sweep some dirt against the edge of the floor right here, and I'm going to show you how well it will get against the edge of a wall. So you can see it kind of just pushed it along. Now if I do a few more passes or I angle it up, it'll eventually suck it up. But if something's right against the wall, it doesn't do so well. So let me use the same pile and move it over and see if it sucks it up. So you can see it really didn't have a problem when it wasn't against the wall, it sucked it right up. Now if you have like dog fur or something, it might suck it up more because it's lightweight and it'll pull it over. So let's give that a try. So as you can see, it had less trouble with the fur, but it still didn't get quite all of it on the first pass. But then since it was lightweight, it kind of pulled it to the side and sucked it up. So if you're going to be getting heavier things and they're close to the side, you might want to sweep first. That's the only downfall of this machine. The other thing that I've noticed is that if you have tile floor and it's not quite even, that you can actually break the little plastic on the machine. It doesn't affect its performance, but it's a little unsettling. The first thing we got to do is we got to clean out the dirty water. Some people use the toilet and then they just flush it, but I don't like to do that. I like to use a slop sink. And if you're going to use a slop sink, I recommend that you buy a strainer so that if there's any big things in there, that they don't go down the sink, so you don't clog it up. One reason that I don't like to use the toilet though is for that very reason. There might be some things that got sucked up in there that maybe I shouldn't be flushing. So we're going to empty our water tank. We're just going to push this button to release. Now I'm going to put the strainer inside my sink to make sure that nothing gets clogged. This has a couple of different parts, but we're just going to take off the top for now and then we'll take off the filter in a minute. Kind of just tap this on the edge of the sink to get all the water out. And then I just throw this in the trash can. Usually there's some left over and then I'm just going to rinse this out and then I'll drain it. Okay, you want to make sure this is good and rinsed, and then I just set mine on the counter to dry. All these parts will get smelly and moldy and gross if you don't rinse them and dry them. Stuff gets stuck right here, and we're going to need to rinse that as well. You definitely need to clean the filter. I didn't realize that. I left it sit. I went and had a baby. I came home from the hospital and I was like, what is that smell? I couldn't find it. I took apart the machine. I cleaned with the machine. I added new cleaning solution, and it just smelled kind of like a butt. So that was this filter in here. So the filter right here, you just pop it out. And see, you can see that there's dry hair in here. And you gotta clean that out every time. Mine was black and gross and smelly. The good news is that these are replaceable. So you just pop on Amazon or maybe the BISSELL website and get yourself a new one. So I'm just gonna rinse it out with water, and I'm gonna rinse this out with water, and then I'm gonna set them on the counter to dry. Okay, so I would set these on the counter to dry, but right now I'm going to show you how I clean the brush in the machine, and so I'm going to have to pop all this back in for a second. So I'm going to grab a cup that I have to sit in here all the time. I'm going to fill it up with some warm water, and I'm actually going to pour this on the floor. And I'm going to suck it up. And this is going to help clean my brush. And you'll see that the tank is going to fill up with dirty water again, and all that dirt's coming off of the brush. There's going to be a sound change when the tank is full. Whenever the tank is full, it won't suck up any more water. It automatically shuts off. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the ground, turn it on, suck it up. I'm going to use the hard floor button to turn it on. So there's actually like a lot of dirt trapped inside here. And I don't know if you could have seen it on the camera, but it just sucked it right up. So that's going to be in our dirty water tank. So let's take a look. That's quite a lot. So all of this was trapped on that brush and inside the machine still. And if I left that in there, that would have just grown and festered and been so gross. So you want to make sure that you clean your brush off. Okay, now we can also take the brush out of the machine. It just pops up. This actually comes all the way off. You can see there's a little bit of stuff still stuck on there. And then this you just pull straight out. We have lots of hair trapped around here. And this is just from one-time use because I cleaned this right before I used it. Okay, so now with the brush, it's pretty dry now. It's been rinsed with my water, but if you want to give it a nicer clean, which you don't have to do that every time. I usually don't. I just rinse it with the water like I did with the cup, and then I leave it sit there. But every once in a while, I give it a little bit better scrub down. And what I do is I rinse it, and then I use my stain stick remover, and I just give it a scrub. Okay, now the reason why I don't use a brush or something to really scrub on that is because these little prickly things here, it kind of makes everything splash and hit you in the face, and then you're going to get all that dirty water in your face, so that's why I just use my thumb and scrub it. You can also rinse this out, of course, especially if it looks gross. You can also wipe this down as well. Okay, I don't know if you can see this or not, but this plastic right here, it's kind of broken. It's not smooth anymore. It's jagged, and that's because if you go over a floor, say tile floor with a grout that's uneven, it kind of busts that up. It gets stuck on there, so you need to be careful of that. Okay, so again, I don't clean the brush every time. I don't wipe it out every time. I just do that every once in a while, but you do want to for sure clean out the filter, clean out the tank, and let that dry in between uses. And I would recommend doing the water in a cup. I mean, if that's too messy for you, if you don't have a good area to do that, then just pull the brush out and give it a rinse. Now the cleaning solution, that can stay in the tank. I've had no problem leaving that in there. And then to put it back, you just pop it back in. Okay, so I would definitely recommend this. I'm not getting paid for this, that's for sure. It's totally saved tons of time for me because it vacuums and washes the floor at the same time. We are a huge family with lots of messes, so this is great. If the dog would have an accident or if there's big spills by the table, this will definitely take care of that. This will get huge pieces of food up off the floor. You might have to empty the tank more often, but it will suck it up. I actually stopped using our regular vacuum cleaner, which is a Dyson, because this actually sucks things up better. I only wish that they would have made it so it could get closer to the edge of the wall and maybe somehow like put a hose attachment if you can't get to the wall. I don't know. I don't even know if that would be possible, but that would be nice. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to support the channel by subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.